Hey MGTOWs, this is Vention. Just got back from my 2 mile walk and wanted to make a note about self-defense. In all situations, it's important for us guys, especially guys, for us to have a means of self-defense with us at all times. Now, oftentimes I just use this pepper spray stuff, and it's all well and good against things like neighbor dogs or people who are on foot. If I ran into some kind of problem, the chances of that happening are just about zero. But it's another tool which is important to have around just in case, and you know that if a man is in trouble, right? Like if we're being attacked by a pack of wild dog, or not wild, or like domestic dogs that have gotten loose, or if we're, especially if we're being beat up or something, nobody is going to help us. Pretty much never are we ever going to get help. The police, they'll just come by and pick up the pieces after you've been killed and then file a police report, But even they are not obligated, strangely enough, according to court, lawsuits that have been denied because the judge says the police are not obligated to protect the citizenry. What are we paying them for then? Anyway, so it's very important for us to have a means of self-defense with us at all times. And if you don't have one, I highly recommend getting one of these concealed pistol licenses, and get yourself a small pistol. I highly recommend. I mean, I'm a big fan of the Ruger LCP 380. It's easily, you can put a laser on it really easily, and it only has a few shots, of course, but generally you're only going to be able to use a few shots anyway before whatever is resolved either way. And I'm very fond of this inside the waistband holster. I'm not sure if you can see it. Yeah, there it is, right there. And you can put your shirt over it, and it's pretty much invisible. Oops, pardon my toothpaste splatter. This is definitely a bachelor house. So anyway, this is like an inside the waistband holster. You just stick it inside your waistband, and it sort of hides underneath your shirt, and highly cool. And it changes your whole attitude while you're out there. I mean, there are situations that, for example, if somebody wanted to bully or menace like a pedestrian, like when they're in the car, I've been menaced like that on a bicycle before. Like I was riding along, and somebody pulled up next to me and then started moving over to run me off the road, and which a real jerkwad thing to do. And I stopped the bicycle, and they didn't come back for me or anything, but if they did come back for me, I would have been okay. I mean, I would have been within my rights to open fire because they were coming after me with a deadly weapon, right? That's assault with a deadly weapon, and you can defend yourself from that. And as they say, I would rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6. Although I'm going to be cremated. I will not be carried by anybody but one. So in any case, yeah, I would rather end up in court than in the morgue. So that's about all I got. But if you can't get a gun, if you live in a country or a state where they violate your right to self-defense and take away your ability to defend yourself, you might want to consider moving. And then there's no point in paying taxes into a government that that violates your rights that severely. And yeah, walk away, you know. So yeah, I highly recommend getting something, anything. Arm yourself with whatever you can get. And even if you can't get any kind of weapons, like they're talking about in the UK, they're talking about outlawing knives because all the Muslims are stabbing each other with them. And oh, Muslims are coming in stabbing each other. Oh my goodness. Let's outlaw all the knives. That'll fix the problem. Yeah. Freaking liberals, man. They're so dysfunctional. So in any case, if you can't get a hold of a gun and you can't get a hold of pepper spray, I would probably start with martial arts. You know, get yourself in shape, be able to defend yourself. Because if you have a dangler, like most of my subscribers do, nobody's going to be coming to help you. If you're in deep trouble and you're being attacked, nobody's going to come and rescue you. You've got to do it yourself. Okay, MGTOWs, this has got to be a record. 2 videos in under an hour. And don't get married.